Welcome to the B-Body Marketplace, where we treat, support, and invigorate our human bodies. I am Kayla Natural B, and I have a special guest here with me today, my sister, the queen, who gonna get you together on the range and in life, Tiana of T's Tactics. So I'm excited for her to share a little bit more about what you can expect if this is your first time, if you've ever considered owning a firearm, or just getting informed. So Tiana, welcome.
Thank you. Good morning. It sure is.
So let's ease maybe some of the anxiety or concern for people who are like, I'm interested, I want to do this, but I don't know what to expect. What can they expect?
What can they expect? First of all, conversations over the phone. Let's start there. People have a lot of questions. You know, most instructors that I know, that I kind of in my circle and everything like that, we create that space for everyone to go ahead and reach on out and talk to us. But everybody may not have that, you know, everybody may not have that time and, you know, that give that type of energy where they could. Me personally, I'm a talker. I can go ahead and have those conversations because I want you to be comfortable when you sign up, knowing that, hey, look, I got somebody. Not only can I talk to them before, I hear them out during, I can ask questions during class, but I'm still in contact with a lot of people even after training. You know, they'll keep me posted on certain things. Hey, look, I got my license, or hey, look, I see this processing online and everything like that. You know, what can I expect next? And I'm hey, let's just have that conversation. Call me or text me and everything. For the most time, I'm really responsive with that. So I will say that.
Honestly speaking, if I can recount my first time with you in the range, just hearing Tiana's voice grounded me. So you don't feel like you're alone in what you're doing as a first timer. She's literally walking you step by step, right there beside you. And you know you have that ear, that coach, that guy that's like, you don't have to do anything for yourself. I got you.
I got you.
A to Z.
Yep, absolutely. And I love being able to create that space for people because it feels good, you know, and I want them comfortable. Remember, we're dealing with live fire. You know, real stuff. Okay?
Real bullets, y'all.
So, you know, I want them to be as comfortable as possible. So day one for a CCW class, just kind of trying to paint this picture. Day one, we're in the classroom. You know, we're down getting introduced to a lot of stuff. It's a lot of information, safety rules, fundamentals, parts of your firearm. We have training pistols that we work with as well, just to kind of get a feel for it. You're able to go ahead and put your hands on a lot of different firearms in that space alone on day one. Again, no live ammunition in the class, but day one is just a lot of information and a lot of hands-on stuff. We also practice with drawing from a holster. I bring multiple holsters in to be able to go ahead.
Are you carrying right now?
Girl, we in a park. We in a park, you know, don't put me on blast, okay?
No, y'all, she's not carrying. She actually follows the law.
Yes, I do. But no, just being able to go ahead and create that space for them to feel comfortable. Okay, well, this is how it feels like. Okay, well, what kind of holster is this? Or what kind of firearm is this? This feels good in my hands. So that's what we get into. And then day two, we go to the range. We'll go ahead and, you know, try majority of the firearms out. If I have a smaller class, I can bring more than one firearm to be able to try it on out. And then that way you have multiple firearms to see what works for you. See how it feels, see, you know, hold it in your hand, see how it shoots for you. And then, you know, you go from there. We narrow down, hey, look, I would want something like this. If you're a person that just kind of wants to get just the safety part of it all, we have a one-day training of about 4 to 5 hours just to get into the safety of it all. You know?
Safety is so key. Awareness is so key.
Absolutely.
So for me, as an embodiment coach, as a somatic therapist, I'm always cognizant of how people carry themselves, their posture, and their energy. I notice these days is a lot of people are very uneasy. You know, if somebody comes close to them, they get shifty, they get off balance. And that awareness of your body is so key for holding a firearm. You know, you don't want to feel uncertain and you don't want to feel like you're not connected to your breath. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to work with you, because I just felt like breath is key.
Yes.
If you're holding a firearm, is your mind right? How do you feel in your body? It's not about what you're pulling out and, you know, do you know how your hands feel? Sometimes people have numbness in their hands from surgery or, you know, carpal tunnel from working. So y'all, this is a whole buildup. This is a whole body and mind experience.
It is.
It's not just about, you know, oh, can I take the sound of it? You know, how do I feel in this moment? And so, yeah.
And I get a lot of women, especially who may have gone through chemotherapy and radiation, and they still feel, when you spoke on hands and everything like that, it brought me back to how my mother is. You know, she still feels the tingleness in her hands, the numbness and everything like that. I'm able to go ahead and work with them, you know, to go ahead and create that space, that safe space for them to take their time, not feel rushed in learning anything, and taking it slow. We get there when we could. Okay. Take your time. It's okay. You know, so,
I mean, do you find that women who have experienced trauma, anything, could be life, domestic violence, do you feel that they are revived or empowered or excited or gain a new sense of confidence when they do this?
Yeah, absolutely. They really do. And it may take them a little while to kind of open up and get there. And I'm okay with that. You know, I've always said, you know, in a big class, it's always that one lady that's always in the back of the class that that's just a little bit more skeptical than others. And it's fine, you know, but when you have that type of energy to be able to teach and, you know, draw them on in, and start getting questions out of them. Okay, cool. I got a question. Let me go ahead and see how I can answer this to the best of my ability for you. That way you are comfortable. And then you're comfortable to ask another question. And now you're comfortable to come on up and demonstrate. And you're comfortable to come on up and, you know, hold the firearm. You're comfortable. So it's just getting to that level of being comfortable. But absolutely, they're there all the time. They're there all the time. But it starts with that one first initial conversation. It's that telephone call, it's that text message, because most people have questions prior to, and I think it's great. You definitely want to vet your instructors. You don't want to just sign up for anyone's class not knowing what you're about to get. You know, some people out here just for this, and they'll take it and they'll give you your stuff, but now you don't have any type of anything. It's like, okay, well, I got it. What do I do now? You know, I got the paper. What do I do? You know, and even though, and I find myself a lot providing all of that information.
Absolutely.
You know?
And that's one of the things among many that I love about you. You really take your time. You develop a relationship with your people. They come back. You're always offering different things. You bring in new people. Like I can tell you really love what you do.
I do. I do.
How long have you been doing this?
I've had my own business. What is it now? Has it been 4 years? I want to say now. But prior to being an instructor, it's been maybe about 8 or 9 or something like that. I've worked well under another instructor who's great. His name is Matthias, and love him. I still work with him to this day. So being able to, you know, have a great mentor. Spent 9 years in the military, in the Army, and you know, that opened up my door for me being interested in firearms. Honestly speaking, prior to that, I've never shot anything. But then, you know, when you get into it, you know, it's literally rifles. You know, it's not even pistols or anything like that. It's a rifle, and that's that. So we, you know, did that, jumped right on into it, and came on back, and I said, okay, cool. Let's see what I can get into now. You know, so I've just loved it since.
Wow. I just feel like it's something really special about women being in control of a firearm. I mean, let's just call it what it is. It's sexy. It's hotness. It's realness. It's all of that.
It is.
This last part may surprise people.
Okay.
You actually get your daughter involved in firearms.
Yes, I do. I do. She's 12. She'll be 13 on the end of this month, on the 27th. And even my youngest, I have a 7-year-old as well. Both 2 girls. And my oldest, she really enjoys it. And really, I recently took her and one of her friends from school, and we went to the range and we just enjoyed ourselves outside and
Who knew? So do you have other kids that sign up for your classes?
I have had other kids that sign up for my classes. And again, it's the same website. I'll make sure I put that on in there as well. But yeah, I love teaching kids. I love teaching kids. Kids are curious. Kids are very curious. And I do believe in showing them the right way, you know, in a positive setting. Versus anything, you know, and especially if you're an adult who has a child and you plan on getting your firearms license, I definitely say eventually go ahead and get that training done with your kids too, even if it's just going over safety rules, safety, going over all of that. And then that way you're introducing them, because they're curious. They're going to want to know, hey, well, what's this for? You know, what's this doing here?
Or they're hearing songs and they're repeating and they think it's all fun and games. And we have seen the many videos, the many news segments about kids finding firearms in drawers and closets and things getting out of hand very quickly.
Very quickly. Very quickly. So to prevent from that, or try your best to prevent from that, prevent that from happening, you got to introduce them to these things.
Yeah.
You really do. You have to introduce them to these things. Just, you know. So again, my name is Tiana. I'm on Instagram. You can find me on T's Sugar Tactics, and also my website is www.tsugartactics.com.